Hello and a very warm welcome to this video. Now in this video we've got something pretty special. You see, it's not a secret that I am the QuickBooks chap, and what I like is when QuickBooks themselves put new innovation in, they add new features to it, because A, it gives me a little bit more content, which is always good, and B, it's what I'm actually all excited about. You see, every time that they bring out a new innovation, that gives us an opportunity to have something new in the product that we can hopefully help our clients. And the more innovation that goes into it, the better it becomes. And also you'll see that there's Xero and Sage and there's all the others kind of always trying to compete and one-up each other and everything else. And the more that they do that, the better we're in a position for everyone. So when QuickBooks has just announced in their latest USA QuickBooks Connect, so not features that we will get from the UK maybe ever, or at least not features that we're going to get straight away, then at least it gives us an indication of what to expect in the product coming forward. And I love doing this. I love going through that crystal ball, trying to figure out exactly what it is that we've got to come with the product. So join me as we go through the key highlights from QuickBooks Connect 2021 USA and give us an opportunity to understand exactly what will be coming around the corner for us here in the UK. Stay tuned. Hello, my name is Patrick. I'm a chartered accountant, a certified UK with fancy new logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, and also head of account here at Boffix. Now, I've already watched the QuickBooks Get Connect virtual experience, and I actually thought it was a really good show, especially compared to the UK one we just had at the beginning of the month, which unfortunately didn't quite give us that bit of innovation that we really want to. We got to see MTD ITSA for the first time, but apart from that, there wasn't much there to get our teeth into. But that all changes because QuickBooks Connect USA gave us a real insight into what's coming into the product, and I couldn't be more excited. Now, for reference, there's going to be two sections to this video. The first section, which we'll concentrate, is going to be general announcements to the general product so that everyone can get advantage of it. And then towards the end of this video, I'm going to shift my perspective away from that general product and into the QuickBooks Accountant realm, because there's been some really good enhancements. So if you're a general user of QuickBooks, feel free to watch that second bit. At least you'll understand what your accountants are going to get tools of and how they're going to help you going forward. But if not, feel free just to skip to the end. Right, I think we've got all that tease out of the way. Let's go straight into it and find out exactly what QuickBooks has got for us hitting up their sleeves. Let's have a look. Okay, so in front of me here, we have the event itself. Now, as I just press play, here comes the first big announcement.
We have acquired Mailchimp.
Okay, straight off the bat, great news for everybody involved. Now, if you listen to our podcast, QuickBooks Labs, then you will know that we actually were a little bit confused about the acquisition of Mailchimp at the very beginning. It didn't feel like it was that natural fit for Intuit that, you know, straight away completely understood what we as accountants or as our clients were going to benefit from it. But we were completely wrong. The idea of this integration really does give an opportunity for your QuickBooks solution to become a really powerful CRM tool. And that is really interesting to me. Now, I've already seen little niblets of how we can make the most out of it, what we can do, how we can do it and everything else. And I am going to do a dedicated video on Mailchimp itself, because I promise you it's exciting enough to understand what it can do. Generally, some of the abilities that Mailchimp's got and the integrations that you can have with QuickBooks can be a complete game changer going forward. So stay tuned, get like, subscribe, all that jazz, because I promise you the Mailchimp content that's coming your way is something you do not want to miss if you've used QuickBooks. Let's have a look at the rest.
We believe this new addition will be a complete game changer. It's like adding a new Avenger to the team.
Favorite quote of the whole entire conference so far. It's like adding a new Avenger to the team. Interesting.
You will now have the tools you need to get, engage, and retain customers so you can grow and run your business with less work and more confidence. Mailchimp helps businesses get and sell online with easy-to-use landing pages, web stores, shoppable social posts, pay-enabled appointment scheduling, promotional emails, and automations like abandoned cart notifications.
Okay, the next part of the conference, they started to talk about the mobile app. Now, from what I can tell, most of these features are already in the UK product. So it might just be a case that this is USA just adopting the UK mobile adaptation. So it wasn't really too much there, but there was one tiny thing that I thought was really, really interesting.
For example, if you're meeting with a client who's excited to get started on a project, you can create an estimate with QuickBooks on your phone, include a deposit request.
So yeah, the estimate page looks completely different. And there's some really interesting tidbits here. The ability that we can put attachments in, that's going to be pretty cool. And as you can kind of see from here as well, there's that option for client requests, deposit required. And this, I think, is going to be a really great way that we're going to be able to enhance that experience of using our estimates going forward.
Deposit request and text it to your client.
Notice how they said text it to your client. So fingers crossed, not only will we get the option to send out invoices and estimates by email, but maybe there's a hint there, we're going to get the option to text it as well. Now we can already send via WhatsApp, which has been really useful, but I think the idea of sending it by text as well could be powerful. Maybe, just maybe, that's part of that Mailchimp integration. Let's have a look.
And right then and there, they can approve the estimate and pay the deposit, all from their phone.
So your client can approve the estimate and then approve the deposit and pay the deposit straight away. That gives you enough cash flow advantage because they're going to say here, and I assume this is using QuickBooks Bank as the way of being able to accept it. So as long as you're using their ecosystem, that money is going to be available straight away. Just watch.
The money is instantly available in your QuickBooks checking account, so you can get right to work and use the funds to stock up on supplies with your QuickBooks debit card, to pay bills, or to pay your team.
Now we don't have that bank yet, but we know that it's something that's on its way, and we know it's by the same people who brought you Revolut. So the way they're showing there with the example that we've got this virtual card down here, and the kind of layout and everything looks very similar to what Revolut does. So fingers crossed, we're going to get the same experience.
Now that's just one of the ways you can get paid within QuickBooks. We want to give you payment options that work for you and your customer. And so I'm excited to share two of the latest evolutions for how you can get paid within QuickBooks.
They then go on to talk about how you can now accept check payments in QuickBooks Bank, and also the ability to attach a PUC, so to get your ability to actually receive credit card payments, debit card payments when you're out and about, an EPOS solution. Now in the UK, we have already the ability to attach PayPal, a Zettle account. So maybe we don't need the exact PUC they've got here, but it's still going to be a nice solution if they do bring it now. And the bank side of things, adding checks and everything else, well in the UK we have Starling that already does that remotely, we've got NatWest that does that remotely, and I'm pretty sure Revolut's looking into it as well. So I imagine that if that availability is there, we'll get that in the UK. But as we know in the UK, checks are becoming less and less prevalent, so maybe not something we need to worry about. You coming to watch as well, Morbs? Someone else wants to join in now. Now this next enhancement is actually something I'm really excited about. What's up? What's the problem? So this is all about the ability to get paid up front. So what QuickBooks is looking to do is create a form of factoring system. Now instead of having to hand over all of your clients to have everything factored at once, they're looking to have the ability, they're looking to have the ability to make sure that you can actually choose on a per client basis. And then the fees are actually pretty clever as well, because as long as you pay that back within the 30-day rule, I think it was, then you won't have to pay any fees whatsoever, which I think will be a really powerful addition for small businesses going forward.
Paid up front. You will receive 97% of the invoice value. And if the invoice advance is paid back within 30 days, there's no interest or additional cost. With just a few clicks, money is on the way.
Now the next feature they announced was again to do with the QuickBooks Bank, but it was the ability to auto-save for taxes. I think if this comes to the UK, this could be an absolute game changer. the ability that within the banking world, when you've got your challenger banks like Starling and those sort of ones, then a lot of them take advantage of spaces or envelopes, however they want to describe them. But basically, their abilities for you to be able to go in and be able to make sure that your money can be segregated in different pots. Well, QuickBooks has taken that one step further, and the way they're can I be in chat here, Mobs? And the way that they're going to do that is they're going to make it so that, hello, can I be in chat? Hello. Now QuickBooks is going to take this one step further. The way they're going to take it is they're going to automate that process. The way they're going to automate that process is by making sure that if you have taxes that need saving for, QuickBooks will automatically take that money and put it into those spaces for you. So when it comes to having to pay the tax man, you're going to have that money there. So think about that in the UK. Imagine that if you send an invoice out with 20% on it, and when that money gets paid, then when that money gets paid, 20% of that balance that you've got paid will get put into that tax account. That means that that money has been saved for you, so you don't have to worry about it when it comes to the tax man and coming to pay the tax bill at the end. I think that could be an absolute game changer. So QuickBooks, if you're listening, I've already put my beta test in there to be a beta tester of your bank account. Please let me try out this UK bank account as soon as possible.
Automatically move funds collected for sales tax into a dedicated envelope. Once the rule is set up, QuickBooks automatically calculates and sets funds aside, skipping surprises come tax time. No more creating multiple bank accounts or tracking big expenses in a spreadsheet. This is savings made simple. No more creating multiple bank accounts or tracking big expenses in a spreadsheet. This is savings made simple, all within QuickBooks.
So at this point, they're starting to talk about that Mailchimp integration, how that can help you. As you can see, it's a really deep integration.
Understand your top spender. Create a segment for customers spending over $2,000 per order. New customers who meet this criteria will automatically be added to the segment. You can also track individual behavior, diving deep into a single customer profile.
They then turn their attention to QuickBooks Payroll. Now, there's not much point in me going through the payroll information here because we do have very different payroll needs than what's over there. One of the nice things that was great to see here was some innovations in the way that that opening portal, so that self portal was going to be activated and used. I use it all the time already here in the UK. And just for getting onboarded our employees is so much easier. As soon as you send a link out to them, basically then they're asked to fill in that information, name, everything else that goes with it. And I find it really, really powerful. So they're talking about the innovation that's coming through from there. And then what they're also going to be looking at here is they're going to start talking about how in the US, actually, they're going to give the ability to have payday loans coming through. Not sure about that for the UK market. But it is an ability in the US that's been done, so yeah, we'll see how it's done. One of the other cool things though, it looks like there's a deeper integration with T-sheets as well, with a lot of the information here looking very T-sheet ones, and they're bringing in this ability to actually have conversations with the team. So it's a bit like a Teams/Slack integration, which could be quite interesting to see how that works out. If you're not using Teams or Slack, and you've got the ability to use it with your QuickBooks license, it's a bit of a no-brainer. We personally find that having adopted to a more Teams approach, which means that our staff members aren't constantly sending emails to each other, they're doing instant messaging, so much more productive. And you'll find the same here.
And photos with their team. Tracking progress. Approved employees will be able to apply and select how much money they'd like to receive.
Then they moved on to QuickBooks Advanced. We haven't had QuickBooks Advanced in the UK market yet. We're expecting it at some point. We think that's going to be something here. But I was really impressed with the announcements that's come. So if we do get QuickBooks Advanced, I'll definitely do a separate video on that going forward. Okay, now it's time for that video where we're going to move our attention from QuickBooks and the enhancements that we've had announced for the US QuickBooks license. And then we're going to look at our enhancements we're going to get from an accountant point of view, again, US only. What it does show though, that what we've had announced in the US already are some really great innovations, and very much looked at the way in which it's going to help small business recover during these times, getting cash flow quicker, getting the ability to have access to that cash simpler, and a very much big focus on that banking side of things and going from there. which I think is a really interesting take. We know in the UK definitely that there are a lot of challenger banks that are creating software that's going to come and rival QuickBooks Online. So it's good to see that from a QuickBooks point of view, they're given the opportunity to be able to fight fire with fire almost and have that banking solution. I think it's going to be a real opportunity to be able to start find a new way with it. And I think personally, I think this is going to be a really powerful tool where I think that when it's live, the QuickBooks Bank, I think there's going to be a lot of use cases for it. Maybe not necessarily to replace your main bank from day one, but I can really see the opportunities here, and that's what I'm desperately want to trial, is that ability to have that as your expense account. You know, the ability to have these virtual cards means that you can send those virtual cards to your employees, meaning you can ask them to make payments for you as and when you need it. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity there to be able to make the most out of it. Go down. Go down. Give me them. Oh, goodbye to everyone. Goodbye. Clearly Mulberry wasn't interested in the QuickBooks Accountant side of things. All right, let's move on to QuickBooks Accountant area.
Please join me in welcoming him.
So this was pretty exciting. So they've had a new addition in the QuickBooks Accounting team. His name?
Thank you, Arish. I'm honored to stand here.
Ted Callahan. Now, from what I can tell by this appointment, very much is at the centre of this is about us as accountants and how we can help small businesses and help them. And I think this has been brilliant. And some of the announcements he's about to make really do give us the tools to help small businesses like never before. Let's have a look.
To serve you and lead our team at Intuit in service of you and your clients. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today. And thank you for being our trusted allies and champions for years. Our mission is to help small businesses prosper, and as Arish described, we're on this mission together with you. Because of you, we believe small business owners are more financially stable, more creditworthy, and 2 times more likely to succeed.
So the first big announcement in the US is the ability to have a certified pro advisor payroll. Interesting thought, isn't it, about the idea of having it for the UK market as well. As a QuickBooks certified trainer, I can't talk too much on any of the training policies, but it would be, you know, it is a nice addition for the US market. It gives them that credibility of the people who are using that payroll.
So you can further grow your practice with payroll without taking on the work yourself.
Must admit, nice little certificate there. Michael O'Sullivan being pointed out there. Nice.
And when you're certified, you can display the new payroll certification badge on your website and on your Find a Pro Advisor profile.
In the USA, they've announced a new revenue share model. We'll have to wait and see if that makes its way to the UK or not. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes forward. Now, this one was a really exciting one. Now, I hope it's not just for Windows, but they have, drumroll please, brought back that QuickBooks Advanced App. Now, previously they had an app, and I was a big advocate of it. Now they're bringing one back.
Version of QBO they're using. The app takes what you love about QuickBooks Online Accountant and makes it even better. To get the app, go to your QBOA books and click on the gear icon. You will see a link for the app to download it and log in. Not only do you have all your clients accessible through your client list, but you can actually have multiple windows open at the same time, enabling you to navigate quickly without having to constantly switch back and forth between clients. Because this is installed software, not a web browser, your sessions can be longer, making it easier for you to get your work done without getting interrupted to sign back into QBOA.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be a Mac version of it as well. But yeah, I'm all up for this. The way I used to use the app was the idea of having it with more of a pro user point of view. So it's much more efficient at doing shortcuts, there's much more quick and easier ways of jumping between tasks. And I just felt like it was a more pro advisory station. And, you know, looking through my crystal ball, looking at what this could mean that we get some even more embedded features. We've always wanted to have that ability, and we've seen that dystopia of the ability that we can have that video calls with our clients, you're using QuickBooks Online and them sort of things. I've got a feeling that it's using this sort of app ecosystem that's going to let us achieve that. So it'll be really, really interesting to see what comes next to this.
Now, with this free app, you can manage all your clients, no matter what version of QuickBooks Online they're using. The app helps you be more efficient and save time with features you've been asking for, including switching between client companies with multiple tabs open.
Now, this bit is definitely a game changer for me. They're looking at the month-end review, which has been a great feature that we've had in QuickBooks Online, and we have it here over the UK as well, and they're talking about enhancing that. So at the moment we have those free transaction, account reconciliation and final review, and the idea then is that we're going to have 1 or 2 extra tabs here to go before and after, so that we can work with that. Now, I hope this comes to UK soon, because I think this is really, really useful.
Because you told us that the innovations in this experience are applicable even outside the monthly window. We've expanded this workflow to include
so it's also renamed, so it's not month-end review, it's also now books review, and it gives us the opportunity to do setup. And actually, just noticed up there, there's a period button as well. That's really exciting. So the ability where you can change that period. So you can have, they've got their January to September, and it's going to do all the checks at the same time. That, just noticed it, that is an absolute game changer. At the moment, the problem we have, or the frustration we have with month-end review, is we've individually got to do each month. Well, here we could set maybe the quarter we're doing, maybe if it's a VAT return, something like that, and we can get them completed. There's a setup page, meaning you can add opening balance adjustments as well. That is very, very, very nice to see. And then there's an opportunity to do a wrap-up as well at the end. And I think this is really powerful.
Experiences at the beginning and end, called Bookkeeping Setup and Bookkeeping Wrap-Up. Until today, there was no standard definition on the chart of accounts.
Oh, this opening balance stuff here looks beautiful. This is kind of what we've been wanting for a long, long time. But the ability here that you have your beginning books balance. So we've actually got a way of understanding what your opening balances are, which has been a big flaw of QuickBooks. And it then gives us the opportunity to put in the actual balances, and it'll post the difference. This is an absolute game changer. So really hope to see this in the UK product really, really soon, because I think this is an area that a lot of people get struggled with, and the ability to add this adjustment and get this posted and get people to understand what opening balances are could be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, this is brilliant.
All in one place. Bookkeeping Setup helps you take the first step to delivering high quality books and prevents.
You can see any disconnected bank feeds there, accounts without any activity, incorrect account types. Oh, this is brilliant. Yeah, so this is what I mean by that innovation. So we've got the ability to move from month-end review to books review, and then the ability as well, and you'll see in a minute, of some really, really cool changes. This is fantastic.
The final piece of the books review end-to-end workflow is wrap-up. You tell us that one of the biggest challenges you face today is helping your clients understand that invisible work that you have completed. As an advisor, you also want to help your clients understand the numbers.
So this end bit gives you a chance to add in the management reports, nice and straightforward, and then send the management reports. Love it. Now this bit is the bit that really, really gets me excited. So this new feature is called Transaction Collaboration. And the idea here is it's going to give us finally, the ability for us to go in and look at those transactions that you've got problems with. You see, the problem we have at the moment as an accountant is that we can find a problematic transaction, but then we have to grab all the data, so the date, the amount, where it's been posted, all that information, and then we've got to send an email or a WhatsApp message or however we're going to convey the data to a client, or even maybe phone them up. With this idea, we can almost like highlight those ones that got problems for it, ask the client to review them, and they're going to have a very more interactive experience. Take a look.
In Books Review, as you're reviewing your client's transactions, select those with missing information from your client. Click Ask Client.
Two things here. First of all, the Ask Client bit, the transaction collaboration, yes please. The next one, reclassify, is in the actual books review section as well. That is beautiful. So if we get any type of opportunity to bring this to the UK, please can we have this part of it sooner rather than later, because this is beautiful.
To open a request, we pre-populate your selected transactions and let you annotate them with what you need. When you're done, send the message on to your client. Now let's look at what your client sees. Your client will get a notification and also see your transaction collaboration requests in the My Accountant tab when they log into their QuickBooks Online account. They can open the request and provide you the information you need, then send it back to you for review. Now let's get back over to your view. You have the information from your client, you're no longer held up. Now you can complete transaction review. All that without leaving QuickBooks.
If that doesn't deserve a round of applause, see what I did there? A round of applause. I don't know what does. That is an absolute game changer. That is probably one of the single most problematic areas that we have as an accounting firm, and it's all being changed and updated and amended without leaving QuickBooks itself. That is going to be epic.
Action collaboration makes it easier to deliver complete books and awesome service every month. Okay, so that is how we are transforming your bookkeeping workflows.
And that was the end of the big announcements. But my gosh, especially that second part, they are some huge announcements. And I can't see any reason why that month-end review can't make it to the UK product. Hopefully sooner rather than later. My gut feeling is that this is something they'll announce at QuickBooks Connect in March, February time, and will then go live around there. Which is a shame, because this service or that solution is something that I cannot wait to get my hands on. We adopted month-end review as a practice straight away. It was one of those no-brainers for us. The ability for us to go through, clean up that data, make sure that data is correct, use or let QuickBooks tell us if there's any errors or issues there might be, gave us that opportunity to make sure that we were getting the best data out to our clients as we can. And by the looks of it there, that is going to be an absolute game changer. So I am so excited about that feature. I'm going to be keeping an eye out on the USA products that we've got and licenses that we've got. As soon as I've got them, I'll be making sure we do a review of it sooner rather than later, because yeah, that is an absolute game changer. So what do you think? What was your favorite part of that conference? What of those ones, if you had to choose one particular announcement today, which one would you want to see sooner rather than later? For me, it's that month-end review, that collaboration, or sorry, books review as we should now call it. I want that books review feature ASAP. That will absolutely revolutionise the way we deal with clients. That will save us so much time and give us an opportunity to really collaborate with our clients, and give an opportunity as well, I'm thinking out loud here, the ability for clients to go back into QuickBooks more often. The fact that we're asking them to go and review a transaction in QuickBooks means they're going to open QuickBooks more. They're going to be more interactive with QuickBooks, and that's a good thing for everyone. So yeah, I am so excited for this. Can't wait for that feature to come live. If any of those features though looked exciting to you, don't forget to like, subscribe and all that jazz to this channel. I will definitely be looking to review as many of those features as I can as soon as we get our hands on them. I am trying to get involved in some of the betas as well, so that we can get involved in looking at them and making sure that we can talk about it on this channel as well. And I have been trying my best to get involved in a USA QuickBooks bank account as well. So there's a lot more to come on all these new features. And also, if you want to be able to talk about these live with us, don't forget to reach out to our podcast. We go live every first Wednesday of every month, giving you the opportunity to talk about with us the ability of what's coming new to QuickBooks and how that can affect you or your client. It's going to be great. Looking forward to the features. I'm even more excited now for what March or February can bring for our QuickBooks Connect. Unfortunately, it's virtual again, but you know, one more year of that, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we're back to those epic events that we know QuickBooks can deliver. Right, I don't know about you, but I'm off to go and actually play around with some of those features as much as I can and try and play around with them as possible, because yeah, we've got some exciting times ahead. My name's been Aaron Patrick. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure to do this video for you. I really can't wait to do the next one, especially if it's anything to do with those features that have been announced. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you I'm out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new. Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want it, nah, 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 nah. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello and thank you for watching that video. What you may not know is this channel that you've watched this video from is part of a wider group. That wider group is called Apple Core Production, and the 3 channels that we have involved are as follows: Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks Chat, Boffix Tax Tip. Finally, we have Apple Core Live in Geeky. All the links and everything are down below in the description, but it really means a lot to us if you can go and give a like to the other channels as well.